Yeah. Hare Krishna. So I could relate, okay, whatever reading here with that experience, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Let's have few questions here. Okay. So I'll just ask one question. What is so unique about Yashoda Mata's love for Krishna? Everyone can answer. Try answering this particular thing. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Yashoda Mata love is ecstatic love, prema.
Mhm. Mm.
She is so much overwhelmed with joy when she's meeting with Krishna and Balram
Mm.
that she doesn't know Roni is talking to her. Sorry,
Yeah.
Devki is talking to her.
Rohini Devaki. Yeah. She didn't recognize anyone.
She
Yeah. It's.
doesn't recognize. She is so much
Mm.
overwhelmed with love.
Yeah, it's because of so many years, after so many years, she has seen Krishna and Balaram. Okay. So
Yes.
that completely heart is filled with that love. Yeah. Cannot imagine. Okay. Only we have to only experience. Yeah. Yeah. So anybody wants to try out how whatever bhakti which we are practicing, the devotion, is really different from any other spiritual paths. Want to give one or two lines because I have given one example in Pandaripur. Pandaripur. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Okay, Pandaripur.
Bhakti is
How
pure
this is really
surrender,
different.
Prabhuji.
Pure surrender.
Uh, Pure
Yeah.
surrender, as in other parts, if you see, there is people are looking for miracles,
Miracles.
chamatkar. They want something in return. But
Absolutely.
bhakti is the only path wherein you don't want anything in return. You are just striving for the love for the lotus feet of the Lord and
Perfect.
pure love. And for
Pure.
that you are willing to sacrifice anything.
Mm. Mm.
For that thing you are willing to sacrifice, and it is purely selfless compared
Yes.
to other
Yes.
paths.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you very
So
much.
you see, like you were saying your experience for Pandharpur.
Mm.
If you
Mm.
go to Sai Baba Mandir and
Mm.
if you go to this Balaji Mandir, it is
Mm.
so crowded because most of them are there to ask for boons or getting rid of some problem or the other.
Mm.
But in bhakti, you just embrace the problems like how Mata just did.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Thank
it
you,
is
Mataji.
completely selfless.
Yes, yes, completely selfless. See, the women, the devotees, okay, the Matajis over there, around five, six devotees, so many groups like that. They were just singing. What is it they're expecting? They're not expecting any prize from anybody. No claps, nothing. Everybody is participating and everybody is singing, everybody is clapping. Okay, everybody is participating in the kirtan. So they were completely immersed. What is that they have? Okay, it is just the love on Vittal, nothing else. Yeah, that is pure surrender, as Samta Mataji explained. So
Har-
wonderfully explained.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Yes.
that
Ah.
Pandharpur is my hometown, and whenever
Oh,
I
yeah.
go, I visit. Okay, so
Okay,
I'm very
okay.
much attached to that, and Bhaktamal series, I did all those things, right? What to be done. So as Mataji was saying that those ladies, in Ashadi Ekadashi, they walk 28 days, 27 days. Every day,
Mm.
some 30 kilometers, some day 40 kilometers, they walk 28 days. They forget everything. So how
Mm.
can we say that they don't have knowledge? Bhagavad Gita, we give a
Mm.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's example, South India, right? The trip,
Mm. Mm.
that
Yes.
Brahmana. So if you quote with that, they are not less than that. They
Yeah,
are
absolutely.
they are selfless. They come all the way walking 24 days,
Right.
25, 28 days. They see the peak of that because they don't enter, because there are a lot of devotees, right? They are not also willing to go inside and take a darshan. They take a peek of that. They come
Yes.
all that time. They return back.
Correct, bro.
So
Correct.
they are. It's not easy, right?
It
So
is not
they
easy,
are
Prabhu. They know
elevated.
everything. They have full jnana, Prabhu.
They have full
Okay. They
jnana.
have
Like
full
Krishna
jnana,
says,
Prabhu. Yeah.
Tesham satati yuktanam bhajtam prati dadami buddhi yagam, right? He gives buddhi
Correct.
to them. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
And Prabhuji, other places, as now Samta Mataji just said, Yeah, we see that for material gains, people
Absolutely.
do visit. Yes.
Absolutely.
But
I
in case
don't
of
know.
Vaishnava, it is pure
Yeah.
bhakti.
Pure bhakti. Right.
6 hours also, I had been there in a line, other places also. So, and that environment, it's not that you are taking a darshan. Darshan is the
Mm.
one event, right? Out of that, the 6 hours
Mm.
along with the devotee, you are chanting, and that enthusiasm, that itself is a bhakti that purifies you.
Yes, bro.
That
Completely agree.
that's
Completely.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
bro. It's very great to know that like you are from that place, bro. So
As
that is
bhakti increases, it brings distaste for material things.
yes. Thank you, Mudgesh. So the next theme is motherhood and sacrifice. Okay. So the heartfelt dialogue between the Devaki and Rohini sheds a light on the essence of motherhood. Devaki openly acknowledged, okay, Yashoda Mata's unparalleled sacrifices. Yeah, Archana Mataji also very clearly explained this particular point. Okay, in raising the Krishna and Balarama. Okay, so much of sacrifice she has done. That is what Devaki openly acknowledged. It's actually, many times the women will have that envy, but like here, Devaki don't have a tinge of envy. She is openly okay, acknowledges because they are pure devotees. Okay, I think some of you mentioned they are pure devotees. So there's no tinge of envy or anything like that. Okay, and that humility reflects the motherhood, okay, is defined not only a biological ties alone, but also selfless love, sacrifice, and tireless nurturing. So because of she has that selfless love and so much of sacrifice and so much of nurturing, yeah, tireless nurturing, and she prized that. Okay, Devaki Mata, okay, prized, okay, Yashoda Mata. So these kind of sacrifices often remains unseen, okay, unseen. Yeah, but we are so fortunate that we understand this. And then another thing what we have seen is community and collective experience. Again, yesterday's example, day before yesterday examples, I could clearly see because I could in before joining ISKCON, like 2019 2020 time frame, I connected to ISKCON. Yeah, previously I used to think that spiritual practices means I should do my own personal sadhana. Okay, but by joining these sessions, by going Sunday evening satsang in Gachibowli satsang, and also in my own temple, okay, devotees engaging, I clearly, and yesterday's day before yesterday's experience, you cannot make any progress unless you associate with devotees. That is what this community and collective experience is talking about actually. All these themes, okay, instead of just reading these lines, we just need to correlate with the examples, okay, what we are seeing. Yeah. So unless you have that kind of a community strength or devotees strength, it is not possible for us to practice. Okay, I could clearly understand these Prabhujis Matajis. Yeah. So before joining ISKCON, I used to do some meditations, various other courses, but I used to think that like I have to do things alone. No, it doesn't work like that. Yeah. Okay, that is what is this. So let us see a few questions here. So I just want you to tell, in our own words, okay? So how this community, okay, the devotional community is helping in your own spiritual life, okay? Even 1 or 2 words is good enough. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So we start with the now 9 stages of devotional service. Little bit of faith, Then sadhu sang, bhajan, kriya, anat, nivritti, right? That it goes there. So where is the bhajan? Bhajan is not your own. It's in congregational, right? So it starts with that. Now coming back to particular in this case, what a great fortune that there are the Brajvasis, there are
Mm.
Dwarkavasis, there are
Mm.
sages there, Lord
Mm.
Krishna is there. Who is missing there? You know how you expect such a great congregation and community
Mm.
coming together on that
Mm.
auspicious day, right? We always say that when Krishna leaves the Govardhan, right? So
Mm.
everybody was 7 days, 7 nights. But here also, so many days, Krishna and all those people, from both the families, right? Brajvasis as well as Dwarkavasis and sages, they were together. And that this is the dham, right? When you go to the dham, it is not that stone and the lake that we are talking about. It is the spiritual vibration that exists. It is the sages they come and give, right? So this is the community, right? That is what is
Yeah.
there on
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah.
So I'm moving to the next themes. I move to slide 5. So where we have two themes here, love and devotion, and the divine presence and separation. Here, now we are moving to the next module, okay, where Krishna actually comforting the gopis, okay, and a cellular place. That is what we are going to see. The in more detailed way, Mataji has explained. Okay, Archana Mataji explained. Now we are going to see some themes over here. The love and devotion. So if you see the gopis love for Krishna is like completely surpasses the material boundaries. We all know that. Yeah. They lament about, we all know that particular example. They even lamented why these islets have been created like this. We are missing Krishna, seeing because these islets are closed. We cannot imagine this kind of love, Prabhu, is Mataji. This love, this level of love elevates them to the spiritual state that even a great mystic, okay, struggle to reach. Yeah, the devotion, okay, if you have that kind of devotion, it puts over there. Yeah, that is what we have seen it in love and devotion. So divine presence and separation. Okay, this is very, very interesting thing. So Krishna explains that separation is a part and parcel of the life. Just as the clouds and the dust are moved by the wind, okay, because Krishna is pacifying. So don't worry, because like we had so much separation. His words reassures that the gopis that the separation is temporary and does not weaken their eternal connection. That is what Krishna is pacifying on gopis. So in fact, a separation deepens devotion. We all know that, right? Yeah. So you're not meeting your son, you're not meeting your daughter. Yeah. Or like today you have so many mobiles and then video calls and other. Assume that you are not doing that. Yeah. In our childhood days, when you are in college, when you are in hostels, when you are going to meet our parents, what kind of mindset we all have, we and our parents. Actually, our kids are missing that. So separation deepens devotion. Yeah. Our kids have the devotion. We have devotion on our parents. Yes or no? It depends the devotion. At least I have that experience. Making reunion even sweeter. So that once you enter into our house, what kind of reunion you are having with your father, your mother, and your sisters and all that, brothers. So divine love encompasses both the presence and absence. Yeah. So actually deepens the devotion. That is what this Krishna is explaining. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji's Mataji. So when I'm reading these themes, when I'm reading Archana Mataji's, so when I try to correlate to a great extent, okay, in my personal life. Yeah. So bhakti is not something which comes from sky. Okay. It is there. Actually, it is there in our hearts. Okay. By reading these themes, by understanding Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, we could connect. Yeah. That's all. Hope you all agree, okay, with my comments. Yeah. So let us see some questions here. I'll just ask one simple question. Why separation is so important in bhakti? Hare Krishna. Nityasaki Mataji or any other Babuji's.
Because
Krishna Mataji.
separation increases devotion.
It increases devotion. Correct. Yeah. Because of that, separation is very important for bhakti. Now I am asking myself, how many times I'm thinking myself that I'm missing Krishna, I'm missing my mother Srimati Radharani. I'm asking myself, am I even a 0.001% feeling that I'm missing her or I'm missing Krishna? I'm missing the divine couple. If I'm feeling that I'm really missing, okay, then the bhakti has started. Bhakti has started. If I'm missing my japa, I'm feeling so bad that I'm missing my japa, bhakti has started. Okay. But if there is no such feelings, okay, then we have to ask ourselves where we are going, towards. Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Mataji. We have to ask
Like,
ourselves. Yes,
like,
Mataji, go ahead, Mataji.
like in case of Kunti Maharani, she was asking for more pain so that she develops that devotion. So,
Right.
like a hungry person knows the value of food, a poor person knows the value of money.
Money.
Similarly, only a person who has lost someone will know the value of that person. So it will that is the time when the bond intensifies, the love intensifies. So that's why this longing is important to understand the value of that person.
Yes, Mataji.
So separation is the most important. It intensifies the love.
It intensifies the love. Perfect. Thank you, Mataji. Actually, personally, I am relishing Bhagavatam and all these themes. Yeah. Okay, slide 6 I have moved. Here the philosophical understanding of existence. Krishna has shared some knowledge. Krishna reveals that he is both the origin, okay, and present, okay, with the creation, and he is beyond it. Yeah, that is what he explained. So this teaching that highlights that interconnectedness of the material and spirituals, and affirming that everything is infused with a divine essence. Yeah, that is what he has given some explanation. And then philosophical understanding, Mataji has explained very well. The role of devotional service. And also Krishna explained the role of devotional service. Okay, Krishna explains that the devotion and the service leads the soul beyond the birth and death. Okay. Beyond this birth and death, once you are in this devotional service, it will break, okay, into the eternal life. The gopis embody this devotion through the surrender and unwavering love. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Yesterday, when I have seen those devotees, Prabhuji's Matajis, when I corrected to all these things, what kind of sadhana they all did in previous births, and they were doing immersely involving in the bhakti. Yeah, as Radha Vinod Prabhu mentioned, like 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers walking and doing that kind of kirtan, and what kind of sadhanas they did in their previous births. We cannot imagine Prabhuji's Matajis. Yeah, and then they were enjoying it completely. Yes or no? They are doing the devotional service and they are completely immersed in that. Yeah. So let us see some questions towards that. So whatever we have seen, okay, how should our devotees, a modern devotee, practice with the kind of principles what we have seen with this philosophical understanding on the role of devotional service? What is that we should imbibe in our life? It's a simple question. Okay, anyone can answer actually this. Hare Krishna.
Seva to the Vaishnavas.
Sevas to the Vaishnavas. Wonderful point. So he will completely immersed. He will feel that satisfaction, right, Mataji? Yeah, that I have done something. Yeah, yeah. Any other points?
Yeah, Prabhuji is a underlying word omnipresent, right? So God is everywhere. He is infused in every. He wants to tell it, hey, look everywhere. You open the eyes and you only see me, nothing else there, right? So he's telling that everywhere I exist. So presence, right? So he is a present everywhere. So that gives us linking that we are not alone, and we are not the great. So that humility and all that thing, it can drive everything, as a devotional. So I think that is what was highlighted also here. Omnipresent.
Thank
May
you.
I? May I?
Yeah.
Charbhuji, Haribol.
First of all, I apologize for being a little late. I was working on my slides. In fact, the last few hours, the slides I worked is just, you'll see it's mind-boggling, Anyway, let me respond to what Radha Vinod Prabhuji just said, Krishna is everywhere, no doubt about it, But how do we see him if he's everywhere? How does his bhaktas, the devotees, able to see him wherever he is? And there is that very nice prayers are there. Um, uh, I forgot the exact Sanskrit verse, but what it says that your eyes need to be anointed with the bhakti. That when applied to the eyes, what is it called actually? Anointed. That then
Anjan,
Kajal,
Anjan.
Kajal.
Yeah, Anjan.
exactly. So bhakti kajal eyes, when you anoint it with it, you will see him, you'll feel him, his presence everywhere. Haribol.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Haribol. Okay. So, thank you, Char Prabhuji. So the next one is nature of divine. Yeah. So Krishna identifies himself as a supreme truth, the ultimate refugee. Okay. Okay. For all the souls. Yeah. But here the gopis, because they have so much of humility and they acknowledge it. Okay. Your lotus feet is the only shelter for all of us. This is what they mention. Yeah. This reveals the essence of the divine devotee relationship. And we all been talking about surrender, humility, and total reliance on the Supreme Person of the Godhead, Sri Krishna. Yeah. So wonderful theme, the nature of divine. Charu Prabhuji, before you join, I'm just praising or acknowledging the themes. Like just a couple of days back, I went to Pandaripur. I think you have not joined. I'm just sharing the experience and trying to
Yeah,
correlate the
yeah,
themes what
please.
you have drafted here with that experience what I had over there, Prabhuji.
Nice.
So the kind of devotees over there, 6 hours, 7 hours, we are standing in a queue for Sparsha Darshan. There is no pushing at all. Everybody is involved in kirtans. Okay, there is no pushing. Okay, each other for darshan. Everybody is cooperating each other, and then everybody is in singing bhajans. Okay, and praising the Lord. Okay, so I was just trying to correlate all these themes with that experience, Prabhuji. I think after that you joined. Yeah.
Prabhuji, let me take this opportunity to remind you, I've not forgotten what you just other day when you called me, I'm just trying to arrange the funds that I have in India and rupees to donate the
Yes.
wonderful opportunity you have to develop the land that you've been given by the government, in Hyderabad
Yes.
temple.
Yes.
So don't be disappointed. I've not forgotten. Okay. I'm
Yeah. Thank you,
trying.
Prabhuji.
Yeah. By the way,
Thank you, Prabhuji.
one more point I wanted to add to Radha Pranath Prabhuji. Uh, so one thing I mentioned that your eyes should be developed with that, the kajal of bhakti. Uh,
Bhakti.
yeah, but what other thing that Krishna did when the question might arise, how come the gopis were suffering from the pain of separation from him, and they are the topmost devotees. So the question was there, and that's why Krishna sent, and that's Vipralamba. Krishna deliberately does this Vipralamba, because you see him more often. So then he sent Uddhava and uh, told them what is it called actually, Swarsiki meditation, not meditation on the impersonal aspect of the Lord, but the personal aspect, whatever the wonderful uh, pastimes they had with him. Just imagine and just meditate on, contemplate on that, and you will feel my presence there by my potency. So that is what we need to learn that too also,
Yes, Prabhu.
Swarsiki meditation.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. I also would like to add one more point, Prabhu. Okay. But previously, we used to have a different way of learning all these slides and all that. Now we have changed the pattern. Out of like 7, 8 devotees, we are giving the presentation and we are doing recap, okay, for half an hour.
Oh,
By
I see.
understanding, by understanding these themes, actually, we're relishing these themes. Okay. I could clearly see every devotee when they're summarizing it, when they're presenting it, they're relishing the Bhagavatam. They're releasing the themes which has been drafted here. Okay, that is a clear difference I could see for joining these sessions. The joining these sessions mood itself is actually different, Prabhu. Okay, once upon time and now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And see, look,
there is a big difference.
I'm relishing everybody who is doing this recap seva, and the devotees who are responding to your questions, I could say all of you. In fact, I'm beginning to even appreciate your own unique style too. Very, very unique style. Every one of you have that, and I thoroughly relish that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So we could
Your
clearly see the
style is
difference.
your style is also wonderful, really.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So let us have a question. Okay. So how does Gopis responded, okay, for the Krishna's declaration on the devotional service, and then he explained the Atma and Paramatma relation and all that. So how Gopis responded? Everyone can answer. Everyone can answer for this particular question. It's just a simple question. How do you Gopis have responded? I just want to ask. We have not yet responded today. Harsha Mataji, Badal Prabhuji, Nityasaki Mataji, want to just share your thoughts? Anyone else? Anyone? Radha Vinod Prabhu, Raj Kumar Mataji, Samta Mataji.
So, Prabhuji, I think this topic we discuss, and if we go to the conclusion again, that whole essence is, it's
Whole
a
essence.
brought out. One is knowing Krishna and understand another aspect. As you go from with different levels of rasas. So Madhuri is a very high. So gopis, they understand. If you Gopi Gita also, you see that there are different threads of those gopis, right? So they see that Lord's presence, everything they see is the supreme truth, but at the same time they are talking about shelter. Your shelter, lotus feet is the only shelter for us. We talk about Krishna is our shelter, but we have another shelters also. For gopis, it's only one shelter, right? So that is the bhava that we see throughout that. As Charu Prabhu is talking about gopis, when they were meditating, when Vipralam Bhav, we rather more connect with the Lord, think about Him more than where we are Sambhoga, right? So that's what is the whole essence of bhakti is that only. Vipra is characterized by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and so gopis look at that. Krishna, you are only one for us. We don't have. मेरा तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरा कोई नहीं है, right? So that is eventually that drives everything.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
And even
So
they,
I'm-
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, while I'm doing my PowerPoints, through my doing my PowerPoints, I enjoy the association of the Lord.
Got it, Prabhu. How you are able to spend 18 hours? Now I could understand.
It's just I don't even
You are
realize.
connected to Krishna.
You won't believe me, but 12 hours, 14 hours at a stretch. That's what you really, the Lord is with you every minute. He's giving me the ideas. And that's what I can't resist. The very latest, which I did in just a few hours, within last 3-4 hours, I'll share with you just 4 slides, okay? Towards the very end, if I get the time. Hari Bol.
Sure, Prabhu.
Even
Thank you.
Harsha Mataji
Hare
wants
Krishna.
to-
Yeah.
Harsha Mataji.
Even
Go ahead, Mataji.
their eyelids were obstructing the vision of Krishna, so they were cursing Brahmaji for that, their love for Krishna.
Love for Krishna. Yeah. Char Prabhuji, actually through the Saturday, Sunday sessions, we all understood the essence, Prabhu, actually speaking. We just need to understand more and more and observe more, Prabhu.
Hari Bol. Thank you.
Haribol. Yeah.
Thank you.
This
And
is
I'm
actually
very
divine
thankful to all
Sarita,
of you.
Prabhu. Yeah.
Continue questions now. Continue questions.
Yeah, yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. So moving to the next theme, that is Vipralambha. Yeah. So the gopis' profound longing, profound longing for Krishna's in separation reflects highest form of devotion, where the pain itself becomes a medium of union actually. So the Vipralambha Bhava, separation, heightens the remembrance and deepens the love beyond the conventional limits. Yeah. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained that such a separation Such kind of separation, which is viraha, purifies the heart, transforms the grief into mahabhava, showing that the divine love, okay, showing that the divine love transcends the logic, social form, and then spiritual boundaries, everything it will eliminate. Yeah, that is Vipralamba state. So now let us understand divine play, the Leela. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So that is Vipralamba. So let us see some questions. So why the separation is considered the highest, higher than the union? Okay, many times Charu Prabhuji has explained this, and Sarad Prabhu also explained why the separation is considered the higher than the union in bhakti. Why it is been considered like that?
Very, 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 very important question.
Very important question.
I
Because
think
in
just
separation,
yeah, go ahead,
yeah,
Mataji.
yeah, in
What happens
separation,
in
there is
separation? What
feeling of
happens in separation?
there is always on the back of our mind 24/7 the feeling of reunion and yeah, how we do remain in smarana phase for Lord
Mhm.
Krishna.
And what
Yeah.
happens when you have actual meeting, union, sambhoga?
It
Mm.
brings transformative power of, it transforms.
No, it's something more
Multiplies,
important.
it
Something more
multiplies
important than that.
manifold.
Something more
Yes.
important than
It
that.
intensifies the
Intensified,
union.
multiplies many
It
times.
intensifies
No,
the
what
union.
happens when
Many folds.
you get something that you wanted, when you get it, then there is no more desire to get there. But when there is a separation, half filled, आधा है चंद्रमा रात आधी तेरी मेरी बात बता दे एक सॉन्ग था बहुत वंडरफुल सॉन्ग तो विप्रलंब में you get more and more intense desire, but when you get accomplished what you want, then there's more to look for forward, you know. You get saturated with that. But Krishna is something different. More and more you meet with him, more and more you get thirst, the intensity of the thirst getting increased.
Yeah, it's very different. Very different.
In this way, that devotion increases
You never get excited, you know.
beyond the limit.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Wonderfully
Sorry,
participated.
Prabhuji, I'm interrupting you.
No, no, Prabhu, no, Prabhu. Your intervention is required, Prabhu. Very much required here.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So the next one is philosophical knowledge versus pure devotion. So this particular theme explained that the Lord Krishna spoke to the gopis, offering their philosophical applications, the soul's eternal relationship with Supreme. So, but however, the gopis responded not with the intellectual reasoning, but with a heartfelt devotion, showing that the bhakti transcend completely jnana. Yeah. Their love, actually, the gopis' love is spontaneous, okay, and beyond logic. Okay. They do not even seek liberation, okay, or philosophical understanding. They only seeks Krishna's presence. Yeah. So this theme is actually highlighting the pure love of God is superior to any of the intellectual comprehensions or intellectual understanding. Yeah. So wonderfully drafted. Yeah. So everybody can explain, everybody can answer this actually. So why bhakti is much more important than this jnana? Everyone can answer in this group. Very simple question.
Yeah, one word, Prabhuji, to start. Everybody can add it. Jnana is in the head, but bhakti is in the heart.
Perfect.
No,
Very good way,
so
very good. Wonderful way you
Very
put
good.
it.
yeah.
That's why you
Wonderful you
should
put
be.
it.
Wonderfully, yeah.
I liked it very much, Radha Vidat Prabhu.
Jnana is here, bhakti is here. Jnana should lead to bhakti. But if you are stuck at jnana, no, you will have a proud saying that I know this much knowledge. Yeah? Hare Krishna. So
Okay,
let's move
going
on.
further to that, jnana leads to pride, bhakti leads to humility.
So
That's
wonderfully
good.
explained, Mataji, Samta Mataji. So bhakti leads. So you will be so humble. You become more and more humble. Jnana becomes like head will become more and more stronger. Yeah, so wonderful explain. Yeah, yeah. The power of devotion. So the gopis declared that their love for Krishna is so strong, okay, that even can conquer the Supreme Personality of the Lord. Yeah, their devotion is so pure and it is so intense that actually attracts Krishna himself. They purchase Krishna. Krishna has been sold. Okay, so that is the power of devotion. We are reading these themes in a different ways, but so many themes connect. But like, how many number of times you hear? No, there is no boring at all. We learn more, and only we have to see whether is the devotion is increasing, is my japa is improving or not. That is what we have to check ourselves, Prabhuji, Mataji. Okay. So how does Krishna respond for the devotion? How does Krishna responded for the devotion?
Krishna reciprocates
Recip-
devotion.
Reciprocate. Yeah. Reciprocated the devotion, and he felt like he said, like, I cannot repay your devotion. It's not possible. Sarat Prabhuji and Charu Prabhuji has explained so many times, right? Cannot repay. Yeah. Yeah. That's
Parayam.
huh, Prabhu?
The Sanskrit, the verse is that na paraye aham.
Na
I
paraya.
can never pay the
No.
debt
Yeah.
that I owe you.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. I think 722. Okay, I have to close this very quickly. I think, okay, if I stop at slide 12, I think we'll be good. Yeah. So what is this particular theme is talking about? Nature of reality and illusion. Yeah. So
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
teaches.
Prabhu. Sorry
Go
to
ahead.
disturb.
Ha.
You can take more time because today's presentation is very short. You
Oh,
can
is
take
it?
extra time,
Okay.
Prabhu. No problem.
If time is there, then I'll talk something about the Kartika month, which is coming shortly. Many things about that.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, we want to know more about Kartika,
Yeah, because it is
everyone
starting
can
very
see.
soon, right? Yes, definitely we want to hear more, Prabhu. So we'll try to wrap it up. So as early as possible.
I'll also tell you some shortcut to reach the spiritual world without doing
Oh, is
anything.
it? Yes, Prabhu. We all need, Prabhu.
Given in the
So
Shastras.
Great,
yeah,
Prabhu.
yeah.
Great, Prabhu.
Yeah, I'll try to close it in a minute, Prabhu. Okay. I want to hear definitely that shortcut from you, Sharat Prabhu.
That's a great appetizer.
Yeah. So here the nature of reality, okay, and the illusion is talking. Krishna teaches the gopis that soul is eternal, okay, soul is eternal, and he has given this kind of, he adjusts them to see beyond the temporary emotions and recognize the eternal spiritually beyond him. So the gopis, however, struggled with the abstract reasoning because their love refuses to reduce to the philosophy. Yeah. So they just want love. That's it. Nothing less than that. Yeah. So desire for reunion. Desire for reunion in the sense like they want Krishna's presence. They want to serve him. That's all they want. Hare Krishna. Okay. So wonderful recap, Prabhuji's Matajis. I really realized. Okay. Interacting with you all. Okay. And Charu Prabhuji, Sarah Prabhuji, really thank you a lot. And I try to correlate as much as I can with the recent experiences I had with the Dham which I had, which I have seen. Um,
Thank you, Prabhu.
Pandaripur. Yeah,
Thank you,
Pandaripur.
Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Prabhuji. Nice recap. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Damrit Pranam.
Thank you, Mataji, Samta
Thank you,
Mataji.
Prabhuji. Nice.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Archana Mataji, all yours now. We want
Thank
to
you,
hear
Prabhu. Your
this next.
recap was like churning, churning, and very beautifully. The nectar has been churned. Very nice, Prabhu. Thank you so much. So much nectar today. So we will begin with today's presentation. Share the screen. नमा ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणीं परमानन्दमाधव श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So these two slides were the recap from previous session. So we begin with here this Krishna Balaram meets with the Vrajvasis. We already finished this last week. So we'll start with how Draupadi meets the queens of Krishna. So before we dive into the philosophical points, let us quickly see the story behind this very beautiful stories. How Draupadi meets with the queens of Krishna. So let us see what is the background. So just now we saw from the recap how Krishna is consoling the gopis, and the gopis and Krishna are talking in a secluded place. After speaking to the gopis, Krishna returns to the camp, and when he comes, he goes straight to the camp of Yudhishthir Maharaj. And there he is welcomed by all the devotees. And then Yudhishthir Maharaj will ask Krishna, how are you? And Krishna will again asks him, how are you all doing? So when Krishna asks Yudhishthir Maharaj, how are you all doing? Yudhishthir Maharaj says, you see, Krishna, your devotees are all gathered over here, are all talking about your glories. And it is like from their hearts, the nectarian ocean is flowing through their mouths, and our ears are like cups, and we are receiving this very beautiful nectar of your pastimes. And we are enjoying. And in this way, they are glorifying Krishna. And one by one, they start glorifying Krishna in this way. This scene is set where outside the camp, Draupadi is meeting with the ladies. So here the men are speaking, here the ladies are speaking. So Draupadi is meeting the queens of Krishna. And she, as a woman, would definitely want to know how, because she was away, so she would want to know how Krishna married all these so many queens. So she's very curious when she asks the queens, how did you all marry Krishna? I would really want to know. Then Rukmini Devi begins to explain her experiences. She says how her wedding was already decided by Jarasandha. You know who was Jarasandha? Jarasandha was the king of Magadha, and he was like an emperor at that time because nobody could defeat him. He was very, very, very powerful. And such a powerful king, he had already decided that Rukmini Devi will marry Shishupal. Shishupal was friend of Jarasandha. Not only that, all the princes from the surrounding area had come there with their bows and arrows and all their weapons just to see if ever anybody comes to oppose this marriage of Rukmini to Shishupal, then we are here. We are here to take revenge. And in this way, they were all set ready. In spite of all this, how Krishna takes away Rukmini, kidnaps her in the midst of all these princes who are ready to fight, just like a lion takes away his share in midst of jackals. So in this way, Rukmini is comparing. Then she says one thing. She says that and he made me his maidservant. And in this way, not only Rukmini Devi, each and every queen says like that. Kalindi, Yamuna Devi, she says that I met Krishna in this way while walking in the forest, and Arjuna came with Krishna and he married me, and I am very happy to be sweeping his palace. So in this way, each and every queen admits that she is very happy to be serving the Lord in the most menial way. Bhadra, one of Krishna's wives, one of the principal wives of Krishna, also says that I wish that I can just be touching his lotus feet throughout my life, wherever I am, even in the future lives, if I may, due to my karma, be born again and again. I just have this wish of touching his feet in my other future lives also. In this way, each and every queen is expecting that even in future, they will be serving Krishna in the same way as they are serving him now. It's a very nice experience of how each and every queen talks about. So the next was Satyabhama. So she says that actually my father had his father's brother, that is Prasena, was killed in the forest, and my father mistakenly thought that Krishna was the one who was involved and who had stolen the Shamantaka jewel, and in this way he accused Krishna falsely. Then Krishna fought with the bear, king of the bears, and then he took the jewel from him and he came and he gave it to my father. And my father was very, very, felt very embarrassed. And then then he gave me and the jewel together to Krishna, although because he felt repentful, and because of this repentance, he gave me and the jewel to Krishna. Although I was promised elsewhere, that means she had already been promised to some other person, but because of um, Satyajit's feeling that repentance, he gave his daughter to Krishna. In this way, she said, I married Krishna. Then Jambavati says how Krishna came to the cave and Jambavan, her father, fought with him for 27 days and then finally remembered that Krishna was none other than his own Lord Ramachandra. And in this way, he gave me, his daughter, and the jewel back to Krishna. This way, we see how Krishna gets married to the first three principal queens, that is Jambavati, Satyabhama, Rukmini. And then Bhadra says that how Krishna came and her father gave in to her. She was a cousin of Krishna, and how the father already expected Krishna to come and ask for her hand, and he gave one Akshayoni soldiers, and in this way and also so many maidservants, and in this way, very with great pomp, she was married. This was a very non-event, like nothing like fighting or what took place. Then these four, and then after that was Satya. Satya was Nagnajit's daughter, and she was married to Krishna. When Krishna came to marry her, actually Nagnajit had no problems marrying Krishna with his daughter Satya, but he just wanted that he wanted Krishna to come and marry his daughter because he knew only Krishna can do it, and that's why he had kept one what to say a bet where that is he had kept a what do you call it condition that there will be 7 bulls, and these 7 bulls are so very strong and very ferocious that they would kill even one bull is sufficient to kill anyone who comes near him. But these 7 bulls were supposed to be subdued at the same time, and such a valorous person was impossible to find, and he knew only Krishna can do it, and so he had kept this. Then after the condition, and then when Krishna came, he said, I really wanted you to come and marry my daughter. I can just give you my daughter, but since I've kept this condition, I want you to satisfy this condition. I know you can do it. So then Krishna, very smilingly, very happily, he just subdues the 7 bulls like toys, like toy bulls, and then he brings them. And in this way, Satya says that this way Krishna won me as his maidservant. This way, all these queens are telling. Then comes Mitravinda. Mitravinda says that my 2 brothers, Vinda Anuvinda, they were very much against Krishna, and they wanted me to marry some Duryodhan, so they didn't want me to marry Krishna. But Krishna came into Swayamvara. I wanted to marry Krishna. He knew my heart, and he kidnapped me. And in this way, he fought with my 2 brothers, and he snatched me away from the Swayamvara. So this is her story, and she said he then kindly made me his maidservant. And in this way, even Srila Prabhupada says in most of his lectures, he says about, when he's talking about these queens, he says how each of the queens were saying that they were very proud and they were very happy that they were the maidservants of Krishna. And then finally is Lakshmana. When Lakshmana came, she spoke in detail about how her wedding took place. It was so similar to Arjuna's wedding. Then the only difference was that in Arjuna's wedding, the fish could be seen. Whereas in Krishna's this condition, when she was telling Draupadi, your father also kept the similar bed, right? Your father kept the bed where there's water below, and then you can see the reflection of the fish, and the fish is on top. But you could see the fish on top, and you could see the reflection below. But in my case, the fish on top could not be seen; it was covered. So you had to guess just by looking at the reflection. By seeing the direction of the reflection, you have to see where the fish is hiding on the top, on the ceiling. And nobody could guess it. Most of them couldn't string the bow. Now, for example, I just want to show you this example. Like, for example, now you see this Radha Madhav's photo behind my screen, right? So, like if let's say the reflection only you can see, okay, and you cannot see the main picture. So even if I move it this way, okay, still you can see the picture. And if I move it this way, still you can see the picture, right? So that means the fish on top of the ceiling could be on any direction, but you still can see the reflection in the water, isn't it? So it is so difficult to see which angle it could be on top, that this fish is reflecting in such an angle, and then to shoot an arrow to that angle. It is very, very impossible feat, which even Arjuna couldn't do it. When Arjuna tried his best, he could only graze through the fish. He couldn't touch the fish either. But when Krishna just looked at the reflection, and in one shot, the fish fell down. And this way she says how Krishna won her. Then finally, Rohini, who is not the Rohini of mother of Balaram. This Rohini is the principal queen of the 16,000 queens which Krishna married. 16,100 actually, to be exact. 16,100 princesses were captured by Bhaumasur. So we know how Bhaumasur had captured so many kings, and then all these daughters were the daughters of those kings who he had captured. He actually wanted to be the emperor of the entire world. So he wanted to give Narabali. Narabali means human sacrifice of these kings to satisfy goddess Kali, so that he can then become the emperor of this. He was thinking like that he would do that and marry all these young princesses, young daughters of these kings. So in this way, we see how Krishna, he marries how all these queens, and she explains this to Draupadi. So this is how the storyline goes. So let us now dive into the philosophical points. So now the divine love and devotions. So what are these narratives of each queen which we saw serve as powerful testaments to their unwavering courage and profound devotion to Lord Krishna. So they had profound devotion. And these stories, they are illustrating that true love often demands navigating formidable challenges, right? So each and every queen has faced so many challenges. So take Queen Rukmini, for example. For instance, her abduction by Krishna not only showcases the extraordinary lengths one may travel for love, but also emphasizes that genuine affection often requires bold actions and significant sacrifices. So what did Rukmini do? Even she knew that Krishna may or may not come. But she had so much courage and so much faith in the Lord, and she had so much love for him. And she said, if you do not come, I'm prepared to give up my body. So this is what Rukmini Devi is saying. So this theme powerfully suggests that divine love transcends societal constraints, as the queens view their marriages as predestined and divinely ordained. So everything is ordained by the divine, Krishna. Valor and heroism. The chronicles of Krishna's extraordinary feats, such as defeating formidable adversaries like Jambavan and of course Shishupal and Rukmi and of course Jarasandh, highlight the virtues of bravery and steadfastness in the face of adversity. Krishna's valor is not merely a trait, but it's a defining aspect of his identity. So it's just not like his quality. Yes, Krishna is very valorous or he's very brave. So that's not just a trait, but it is his identity. It is Swabhava. It's Krishna's Swabhava like that. So each queen's story evolves into more than a solitary romantic narrative. It becomes a tribute to Krishna's heroism. So we see that it is not just a story. It's such a romantic story. Krishna came, kidnapped me. It's not like that, but it is a tribute to Krishna's heroism. That is, Krishna is such a hero, and I am giving a tribute to him. It was like that. Underlining the idea that true courage is essential for safeguarding love and honor. So, what is essential? True courage. So we need faith, we need courage, we need bravery. So to safeguard our love and honor, just keeping quiet and suffering is not the theme over here. The theme over here is to be. Why? Because here we are talking about all Kshatriyas, right? All the queens are Kshatranis, and they are the princesses of. They have seen how the Kshatriyas behave, and in this way, Krishna is also displaying his Kshatriya behavior here. This thread of valor ties into a broader philosophical insight, revealing the moral courage. That moral courage, a vital aspect of one's dharma. So, what is moral courage is, of course, we have to take from here the theme that we have to be very brave. We have to do our duty in a very brave way, plays a crucial role in manifesting our deepest desires. So we have deep desires. If we have deep desires, then to manifest those, we must be very brave to take on whatever comes our way. So in this, the third point will be that the account this chapter is revealing an array of profound thematic elements and philosophical insights centered on love, valor, divine intervention, and intricate dance of destiny. It's a very nice word, dance of destiny and devotion. Here's a deeper exploration of these compelling themes. So let's see about the destiny and divine intervention. The account suggests that the unions of the queens with Krishna was divinely preordained, with his actions propelled by a higher purpose. So the queen's experiences embody a belief in the intricate relationship between personal effort through austerities and hardships and divine grace. So the queens, as I explained before, they had all experienced a lot of faith in the Lord. They had a lot of faith in the Lord, and in their relationship with the Lord, they also had put personal efforts by prayers, by having faith, faithfully praying to the Lord and doing austerities, and then undergoing hardships, and then enjoying the divine grace. The grace came from the Lord. And this theme resonates powerfully with the philosophical concept of karma, suggesting that our past actions shape our present realities. So this is also a very great big point, because karma definitely plays an important role. Suggests the notion of divine intervention evokes a sense of wonder and belief in the transformative power of fate. So although karma plays an important role, but then there is always the divine intervention of Krishna when we pray to the Lord. When we pray to the Lord with faith and devotion, love and devotion, then everything can be transformed. Anything can be transformed. And even Krishna can come like how he came for Rukmini within one night. He traveled all the way from Dwarka to Vidarbha in Maharashtra. Isn't it so far? Within one night, he covered that distance. So anything can happen when we have belief, when we have faith, when we have love, when we have devotion. Sovereignty and empowerment. These narratives illuminate the queen's agency in selecting Krishna as their husband, even amid seemingly predetermined circumstances. So already was determined that Krishna would be married, she would be married to someone else, like Rukmini to Shishupal. And so here Queen Satya's example is given how her father has set a daunting challenge. Krishna's remarkable ability is there. It meets, it exemplifies her empowerment, demonstrating that true agency and empowerment are indispensable in love and relationships. So Krishna was actually not required to do it because Satya's father was already waiting for Krishna to come and take her hand. But still, to show an example, to show as an example, he told Krishna to please do the needful. And Krishna very happily did it for his beautiful wife Satya. So, should we take a break or should we carry on? Prabhu, can I carry on, Prabhu?
Yes, yes, please carry on.
Okay, so university in diversity. The queens, each with their distinct backgrounds and circumstances, are unified by their unwavering love for Krishna. So they may have so many different backgrounds. The queens are coming from different countries, they're coming from different states, and there are different backgrounds, different situations at home. But they are unified. They have absolutely no doubt that they have unwavering love for Krishna. So this diversity is there, but then the love and devotion, it can transcend these differences. And then we can see how even when they are so diverse, so different, distinct backgrounds, still they can all be so much in love with the same Lord. Overarching message conveys that the true unity is not about uniformity, but rather about embracing and celebrating individual journeys towards a shared goal. So shared goal is Krishna. The goal is the Lord. And then we all are embracing, our individual journeys are there, but then we celebrate and embrace this shared goal. So going back to Godhead. Going back to Godhead is everybody's goal, isn't it? Everyone is having the same goal, but we come from different backgrounds. We come from different countries. We come from different paths. But then when we are all having the same goal, when we are all sharing the same goal, then we have appreciation for this, for each other's perspective. But then we all know how we all have to come together, be united, and celebrate together our journeys towards our shared goal, that is Krishna. So in conclusion, these thematic elements have been intricately crafted for their ability to encapsulate the complex dynamics of love, duty, divine influence within relationships. They also reflect the deeper philosophical concepts inherent in the Gaudiya Vaishnava doctrine, such as the profound significance of devotion of bhakti to Krishna, the heroic ideal, and the delicate balance between individual agency and divine providence. The rich narratives of the queens serve as a microcosm of the profound spiritual and moral lessons interwoven throughout the epic, emphasizing the critical importance of these thematic elements. So we move on to the instructive questions and answers. Question 1 was, what specific challenges did each queen face in their journey to unite with Krishna? So what did they face? So challenges faced by each queen on their journey to unite with Krishna are strikingly diverse and deeply revealing. How is that? Queen Rukmini, for example, displayed remarkable courage when confronted with her brother's abduction, who vehemently opposed her desire to marry Krishna. In contrast, Queen Satya exhibited unwavering determination in the face of formidable challenge set by her father to win her hand, a true test of her commitment to Krishna. Each queen's journey serves as an inspiring testament to their bravery, resolute determination, and profound devotion. Even Mitravinda was like that. So, in case of Satya, at least the father was agreeing that Krishna should marry. Even in case of Rukmini, but where in case of Mitravinda, Vinda, Anuvinda, and the father all were inimical towards Krishna. Yet Mitravinda was very staunch, very strong in her love towards Krishna. So the second question is, how do the queen's backgrounds influence their relationships with Krishna and their expressions of devotion? So queens have different backgrounds. So how did that influence their relationship? So the background of the queen profoundly shaped their relationship with Krishna, imbuing their expressions of devotion with rich complexity. Queen Rukmini, a headstrong princess, actively seeks Krishna's love with fierce intent. So she is very proactive. She goes on to send a Brahmana with a letter, love letter to Krishna. So she becomes very proactive and fierce. Conversely, other queens rooted in different contexts bring varied perceptions of love and duty to their relationships. So other queens like Jambavati, or they have not yet known about Krishna. But what about similar incidents? Swayamvara takes place in Satya's case, in Mitravinda's case, in Lakshmana's case, and Bhadra's case. All these Swayamvaras are taking place. And here they are very much, they have not actively seeking Krishna's love with, like Rukmini Devi, they have not sent any letters, but they are passively waiting and very strongly praying and remembering Krishna and knowing that Krishna will win eventually. Krishna will take them back. So this rich tapestry of backgrounds enhances their unique expressions of devotion, illuminating the multifaceted nature of love in relation to their societal roles. So you can imagine how Lakshmana, so she had to watch one by one princes come, try to fix the arrow to the bow and try to hit the fish on the ceiling. So you can imagine the for others it will maybe a game, but for the person who is going to marry, uh, what should be her heart? What would be happening within her heart? She must be like, her heart must be stopping at every person coming, trying to lift the bow. Many persons could even string the bow. Many persons could even try to shoot, and she must be praying, Krishna, only you, I can marry only you and nobody else. So please, in this way, for every person who came there, she must be having that kind of emotions. So much of ups and downs in her happening in her heart, So we can imagine what kind of backgrounds they all came from, and although they were all princesses, and but so much of drama was going on. So in what ways do the themes of divine intervention and personal agency interact through the narratives of the queens? The interplay between divine intervention and personal agency stand as a central theme throughout the queen's narratives. While divine grace often illuminates their paths, it is their choices, acts of bravery, sheer determination that truly shapes their destinies. This dynamic suggests that while divine will undeniably plays a significant role, that is, Krishna's intervention does play a significant role, personal agency is equally vital. So we also need to put in our efforts. So just like Damodara is going to come soon, Damodar month Kartik, in which we are going to see the Damodar Leela. Almost every day we are going to see Mother Yashoda binding Krishna. And in this episode, we always see how there is two fingers short. One finger is Krishna's mercy and the other finger is our endeavor. So in this way, our endeavor is definitely very, very important. That is personal agency. And this insightful reflection on the delicate balance between fate and free will invites profound contemplation and inspires a deeper understanding of their stories. So when we see each of their stories in this light of thinking about how they are playing with fate, how they are playing with free will, and how they are also very much involved in their drama, in the personal agency, how they play a significant role. So when we see all this, so we should know that there is two things important: our endeavor and Krishna's mercy. So we go to the nature of the divine relationships. Here, interactions between Krishna and his queens illustrate the profound complexity and richness of divine relationships. Each queen narrates a unique tale of how Krishna chose her. That we just saw in the beginning of the presentation, how each queen is telling about her story to Draupadi, underscoring the intimately personal nature of their bonds. Only the last queen, which is Lakshmana, much more detail is given in this chapter about her Swayamvara. Others are very quickly, because earlier also we have seen in detail how Rukmini was kidnapped, and it's very long chapters of Satyavama and the Samantakamani and about Kalindi. All these things we have seen in detail, but we didn't see so much about Lakshmana. So in this chapter, a bit more about Lakshmana's marriage, Lakshmana's Swayamvara is explained, and even in such great details as I explained to you about the fish. And then after that, when Krishna hits the fish and the fish falls on the ground, Lakshmana is so happy. She comes very beautifully dressed, decked in gold, and then she brings a garland which is full of jewels. The garland is not just made of flowers, but it's made of jewels, and very opulent garland. She comes and she looks about everywhere. She looks around, and then slowly she comes smiling and places that beautiful garland on the Lord Krishna's neck. So this very beautiful explanation is given in this chapter. So this portrayal confirms that Krishna is not a distant deity, but is deeply engaged in the lives of his devotees, enhancing their spiritual journey. So we should not think that Krishna is somewhere in Goloka enjoying with Radharani and with the gopis, and he has got nothing to do with me. But we saw in the Brahma Samhita, Goloka eva nivasati akhilatma bhuto. So even though he is in the Goloka Vrindavan, but he is also with Akhilatma Bhuta. We are all the Akhilatma means all, ever, all, everyone. Akhilatma, Bhuta. Bhuta means living entities. So he's along with all the living entities, although he's in Golok Vrindavan. So we should not think like that. So all our bhakti is being accepted by the Supreme Lord. So what is the concept of surrender over here? The Queen's expressions of surrender to Krishna highlights a profound realization that genuine fulfillment arises from dedicated service to him. So not just being their queens, but genuinely feeling that profound feeling of surrender to Krishna, that I am your maidservant. I wish to wash your feet every day. I wish to touch your feet. I wish to sweep your palace. These are the expressions which the queens are saying, and this is from their genuine dedication. They want to serve him. And this yearning for the dust of his lotus feet epitomizes the humility required in devotional practice, illustrating the ultimate aspiration to achieve closeness to the divine. So, then what is that? That is our ultimate aspiration. What is our goal? What is our ultimate aspiration? To serve Krishna, to be close to Krishna. And that is what the queens were all aspiring for. So, the power of divine grace. The commentary emphasizes that Krishna's actions, such as rescuing the queens, fulfilling their desires, are manifestations of his divine grace. So, Krishna, he need not do anything, but yet he does for his devotees. He is always there for his devotees. So, this reinforces the philosophical tenet that divine grace can liberate individuals from shackles of material existence. So just like he kidnapped Rukmini, just like he kidnapped uh, Mitravinda, and in this way, Krishna also can take us away from the shackles of material existence, from Maya. So Maya is maybe very formidable. Devi Esha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratyaya. Maya may be very Duratyaya, but from her shackles, Krishna can easily kidnap us. Krishna can, if we just surrender to Krishna, just like how the queens are doing, they are surrendering to Krishna with their heart and soul. If we also surrender to Krishna with our heart and soul, then Krishna will kidnap us from the clutches of Maya. Mame vaye prapadyante Maya metam tarantite. So we can come out of these clutches of Maya. We can be taken away by Krishna if we are completely surrendered to Krishna in love and devotion. So, guiding us towards spiritual fulfillment. Then the role of illusion and reality, Krishna's divine play, Krishna's Leela, is masterfully intertwines the use of illusion, that is Yogamaya, as he engages with his devotees. So Yogamaya is helping Krishna in all ways, isn't it? Because Krishna is the Supreme Lord, he is a Lord of Dwarka now, and he has to um, come here and play with the divine play, the Leela, with all his devotees. And in this way, the Yogamaya puts everyone into illusion, thinking Krishna is the king. Krishna is the king of Dwarka, and he's the leader of the Yadus. So in this way, Krishna is a supreme lord. But here, Yogamaya has put everybody into illusion as he is engaging with his devotees. So he wants that Leela to happen. He wants his Dwarka Leela to happen, Mathura Leela to happen, Vrindavan Leela to happen. So in this way, everybody has forgotten about his all pervasiveness, that the Lord is the Lord of the entire universe. All this is forgotten. The Queen's stories reflect Krishna's adept navigation of the material world while maintaining his divine essence. So, the queens, they are telling their different stories. So Krishna, it shows how Krishna is navigating this material world. He is divine. He is keeping his divine essence, and then still he is coming and playing in this divine Leela, exemplifying the intricate relationship between illusion and ultimate reality. So in Bhagavan realization in the Gaudiya Vaishnava doctrine. So ultimate reality is what? Bhagavan realization. But here Krishna is coming in the form of Paramatma, in the form of he's actually Paramatma in everyone's heart, but here he's coming as a king, and he's acting this divine Leela with all his divine consorts. Ecstasy in devotion, the immense joy and ecstasy conveyed by the queens when recounting their experiences with Krishna speak to the transformative power of pure devotion bhakti. By now, the queens have become great grandmothers. You can see, you can remember that Krishna's son, Pradyumna's son, Aniruddha and Usha are already married. They are in the Dwaraka. So they already are going to have children, and in this way, Krishna is going to be a great grandfather. But yet, even when you are a great grandmother and you are Krishna's wife, you are speaking with so much of ecstasy in devotion, pure power of pure devotion. This is the transformation of bhakti. This theme powerfully encapsulates the insight that true love for the divine leads to overwhelming bliss and transcends the material suffering that often confines human existence. So nobody was thinking about the eclipse right now. They were only thinking about Krishna Chandra. Then so much of ecstasy was being shared by each of the queens. And they were like actually reliving their entire episodes, what had happened so many years ago. Because right now they were in a great grandmother's position, but still they were recounting their lives as young queens. Humility and selflessness. The humility demonstrated by the queens in their reluctance to claim dominion over Krishna. So they did not want to dominate Krishna. They wanted to be his maidservants. So this is the humility which they showed. Embodies the fundamental principles of devotion in selflessness. So devotion is side by side. Devotion is selflessness. So we can't keep pride and devotion on the same in the same plate. Their recognition of Krishna's divine supremacy and their roles as devoted servants illustrates the ideal of bhakti, where the devotee attains true fulfillment through selfless service to the beloved. So, in every story, when we see every queen said the same thing, we wish to be the maidservants of Krishna. We wish to wash his lotus feet. We wish to take care of him. We wish to touch his lotus feet. We wish to be sweeping the palace. And in this way, all of them consider themselves as devoted servants. And this is the ideal of bhakti. So the desire for prema bhakti, the queens who are eternal consorts of Krishna, they express a heartfelt longing for the dust of Krishna's lotus feet, symbolizing the aspiration for far beyond the goal of liberation, moksha from material existence. So moksha means, jnana leads to moksha. And also bhakti in the certain cases, because see, unless you have a little bhakti, even jnana cannot lead you to moksha. That is not possible. So you need a little bhakti, and that little bhakti is the one which will actually bring you closer to Krishna in any ways. Like in the moksha category, we have oneness or merging philosophy. So when you're merging with the Lord also, you need to have little bhakti, and that bhakti is the one which will allow you to merge with Krishna. Otherwise, it is just a pure jnana, plain jnana, is not able to give you that goal. You will still be in the Jivan Mukta stage, and unless you have little bhakti, which will carry you to go and merge with the Lord. Even for that merging, you need bhakti, a little bhakti is required. So the uniqueness of Krishna's love, the commentary drives home a point that Krishna's love is unparalleled. It's encompassing all beings in its embrace. So no one can love like Krishna. Krishna can love everyone with all his heart, and everyone he can come within his embrace. The queens acknowledge their distinct experiences with Krishna, suggesting that his love transcends typical relational frameworks, embodying both intimate affection and universal compassion. So even the queens recognize that it is Krishna is different from the others, whereas Prabhupada many times mentioned in his lecture that if it's an ordinary man and if he marries like 16,108 women, then 16,108 women will have to wait for their husbands for 16,108 days to come to them, because one man cannot satisfy everybody at the same time. Whereas in the case of Krishna, Krishna expanded into 16,108, and it is mentioned that as he was walking towards to the assembly, he'd come out from these palaces, like 16,108, he would come out from the palaces, and then when he was entering his assembly, he would become one. All would merge into one, and they would go to the Sudharma assembly. He will go a single Krishna. Then he'll come out again 16,000 and go to the 16,000 palace. Oh, amazing! You just can't imagine these things happening. So this is a universal compassion Krishna can show. Not 16,108, but he can multiply unlimitedly. He can multiply unlimitedly and become one for each one of the jivas. So the conclusion here is these thematic elements and their underlying rationales not only capture the essence of the passage, but also illuminate profound philosophical insights within the realm of devotional literature. They emphasize the intricate dynamics of divine love, the path of surrender, and the quest for spiritual liberation. So we have some instructive questions which we can go through. What specific qualities or traits do the queens possess that make their relationship with Krishna unique? What do they exhibit? The queens exhibit a remarkable array of qualities and that elevate their relationships with Krishna to a deep spiritual realm. Their profound devotion and their unwavering faith are complemented by uniquely personal stories that illuminate the divine essence of Krishna. Through their humility and selflessness, they perceive Krishna not merely as a deity, but as a cherished beloved who intricately participates in their lives. Each queen's distinctive expressions of love and surrender redefine their relationship with Krishna, serving as powerful spiritual examples that inspire all devotees to cultivate a similar depth of connection. So we should also have Sambandha Jnana. So we say Jnana is not important. We are talking about the mundane Jnana or the Jnana of the Jnanis. But here we are talking, if we are talking about the Jnana of the Sambandha Jnana, we definitely must develop Sambandha Jnana. We definitely must read all the literatures, try to read literatures of our Goswamis. So Goswamis also have given so much Jnana about uh, our day-to-day beings, that is the jivas, the Lord, Paramatma, Bahiranga Shakti, all these things has been explained in the literatures. If we read that and if we feel, we will know how to develop Sambandha Jnana. And when we develop that Sambandha Jnana, then slowly, once we develop Sambandha Jnana, love will automatically come, isn't it? Yes. So Sambandha Jnana is very important. So we have to cultivate it. How does Krishna's divine play Leela impact the everyday lives of his devotees beyond queens mentioned? So how did the queen mention, the queens have mentioned so many, how the divine Leela took place. So how does it impact? So Krishna's divine Leela, his play, is enriching everyday lives of his devotees, isn't it? So his divine Leela is not like limited to only his queens or to only his families, only Yadu dynasties, only to gopis. No, it is enriching us also in our everyday lives, acting as continuous source of inspiration and guidance. So we feel Krishna's presence. So the narratives of love and devotion and divine intervention within Krishna's pastimes encourage devotees to view their own life experiences through a sacred lens. And if we see that, we will know in our day-to-day life, I'm very sure every day you will find Krishna's presence somewhere or the other. But it is that we don't acknowledge, we don't feel grateful, and we don't even know. Sometimes we are so caught up that we don't even know this is where Krishna helped me. Small things like remembering something, or when we are going about to fall and suddenly you get your balance back, or you're about to hurt yourself and suddenly the instrument or whatever is goes away from you. So how does all this happen? We take it for, oh, I just slipped, but I didn't fall. I took care of myself, I balanced myself. No, we cannot take all this for granted. All these small things are also Krishna's intervention. These all small things are also for us. We are facing so many challenges in our lives, day-to-day life, but we have to try to see the connection of the divine. We have to see how Krishna is helping us each and every time. So such engagements can manifest in myriad ways, including acts of service, heartfelt prayer, and conscious remembrance of Krishna throughout daily activities. Now, daily activities are small, but then in our daily activities also we can get a bigger punches from Maya. So even when we are getting those, still Krishna is there with us. So in his presence, if it is happening, then you must say that it has his sanction. So if it has his sanction, if it has Krishna's sanction, and we are getting these difficulties in our lives, then we can just take it as Charanamritam. We can take it as prasadam from Krishna. Because he knows devotees are facing some challenges in their lives. That is not because of the devotee's karma. It is also, but it is made to happen only because of Krishna's sanction. So if Krishna's sanction is there, and if my suffering is Krishna thinks is apt, that means he knows the best. He knows the best. So we just go through it. Sufferings means go through it with conscious that Krishna is with us, and if we keep that faith in us and call out to him, even the most painful things will just glide past. So we have to remember that. So in what ways can modern practitioners of devotion embody the principles illustrated by the queens in their relationship with Krishna? So, modern practitioners of devotion can powerfully embody the principles demonstrated by the queens by embracing humility, engaging in selfless service, and nurturing a personal relationship with the divine through prayer and meditation. By recognizing the transformative potential of devotion, they can endeavor to surrender their ego and desires to Krishna, finding joy in selfless service and cultivating a heartfelt connection with the divine. In doing so, they can mirror the profound devotion and love exemplified by the queens, creating a vibrant spiritual life rooted in authentic engagement with Krishna. So, if we want to find joy, we have to do selfless service. And while doing that selfless service, also we can find joy. And we can also cultivate a connection with Krishna. Our heartfelt connection must be there. So when we do service and we get the results, we say, right, seva karo to meva milega. So right, so we will get meva if we do seva. So when we get that meva, you will find the joy. And Krishna will definitely give joy to those who are serving him with love and devotion and through divine prayer and meditation. That is what will give us a vibrant spiritual life. And we have to root our spiritual life in constantly engaging with Krishna. So I think we end here. Thank you all very much for patiently listening. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Hare Krishna, Mother. So
Hare
nice.
Krishna.
It's all different stories, right? All those 8 queens, and then we see also cumulatively that 16,100 also one represents, right?
One.
So much varieties are there. Only one thing, as you was mentioning, even Jamwanti, what I understand in the caves, the girl Jamwanti, right, young there, she was worshipping one picture. This is what I read one of this book, worshipping picture, but she didn't know who is that. And
Okay.
then Krishna, as he the fighting war and all that, and that is what also it's a mention in
Yeah.
one of this book. I don't remember, but recently only I read. So she also was thinking, but not knowing he's the person.
Not
Krishna is
yes.
yeah, but the same picture, right? So somewhere they were connected, not spontaneous, but we see they have a prior desire either way, right? And destiny played and all those things,
Yeah.
but eventually they got. So
Oh,
it
when
was
you
not
said
a
this,
yeah.
when you said this, I remembered my grandmother. That means how many years ago? She said that because all these people from Wari, they will come and they will pass by and they will give some photos to them. They will stay in my grandmother's house and they will go. So from very different pilgrimages, they will come, they will give some photos. And my grandmother used to keep the photos in the altar and she will offer flowers and chandan to every day to them. That is her duty. So she never knew that Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj and Bhaktistan, all these photos were there in the altar. And when we came into Krishna consciousness after so many years, and then when we gave her the books, and then she saw these pictures, she said, I have worshipped these pictures. I have worshipped these pictures.
Yeah, very
So
nice.
like
Thank
that.
you. Very nice, nice explanation. So it's a little, different stories, to walk through, but connection is the same. How it was
Same, yeah.
connected.
Goal is the same, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So if there's no other questions, I'll hand over to Sharad Prabhu.
Thank you,
Hare Krishna.
Mataji. Wonderful suggestion.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji.
There may be
Wonderful
some
session, Mataji.
questions.
Archana Mataji, wonderful session, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prasad Prabhu.
Wonderful session.
Thank you, Rajkumari Mataji.
Thank you, Archana Mataji. It was such a
Thank
great
you, Nitya
session.
Mataji.
The question on today's class? Any clarification or any comment?
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you very much. Wonderful class. The one common theme I saw here in all the things is that, all of them, as you say, they from very, very royal background. Big
Prabhu, can't
children.
hear you, Prabhu. Can you just place the mic close?
1 minute, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, am I
Yes,
audible
Prabhu.
now?
Yes,
Yeah,
Prabhu.
yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
one very wonderful class, Mataji. One common
you,
theme I saw here, all the queens, they teach us humility.
Yes.
Very, very in a different way. All of them so exalted background, so great. But only one desire. They don't call themselves as queen or princess of the Lord.
Yes.
All they say, oh, we
Maid
want to be,
servant.
we are the Lord accepted as the maid son. And then compared to my position, like how much time do I think that, okay, I want to be maid servant for my Guru Maharaj or Lord? Even if I want seva, then something better, good seva, some extraordinary seva. But so much humble they are, they ask, okay, they are happy. The Lord accepted me as the maid servant. So that was amazing, revealing aspect here. So thank you so much, Mataji. Very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Sharad Prabhu, you can continue.
Okay,
Take it.
Mataji, thank you very much. A
Thank you.
lot of time is there. I'll be able to cover everything. But before that, regarding today's class, regarding Jambavati, what Radha Vinod Prabhuji was saying, actually what had happened during the Treta Yuga, when Jambavan was with Lord Rama, that time when he saw Lord Rama with Sita, after she was released from the prison of Ravana, that time he had a thought in the mind. He said, if I had a daughter, I would have got her married to Lord Rama. Now, Lord Rama, he understood this and he fulfilled his desire along with the other desire which I spoke the other day. So, this much Archana Mataji very nicely described all the things. Now, from next the tomorrow onwards, 4 classes where I'll be taking. Then thereafter 2 classes they'll be taken by Samta Mataji instead of Raksha Mataji, because she is undergoing surgery of her eye, and thereafter the series of classes by Charu Prabhuji will start. Now I'll say before I say something about Kartika month, I want to give a task to everybody today. Everybody should get it resolved by tomorrow, because it will come up in tomorrow's class. Now I'll be starting with the 84th chapter. In 84th chapter, the 11th verse, it says, Naiham mayani tirthani nadeva vrichila maya te punyanti urukalena darsanad eva sadhava. Now, this verse comes 4 times in Srimad Bhagavatam. So the task is to find out in which all cantos and which all chapters the same verse comes. The first line is the same, the second line is almost the same, with one odd word changing. And there is still another verse in the first canto, the meaning is the same. That means 4 verses, including this, that is 10th canto, 84th chapter, 11th verse, and there are 3 other verses. I want you to find out by using the co-pilot and all the other means you already know. So that will be very, very interesting for you. Now I'll start about the Kartika month, which is starting on 8th of this month. Today is 4th, from 8th it is starting, and it will be finishing on 5th. 5th of November is the last day of Kartika in this year 2025. Actually, there are two systems of calculating the Kartika month. One is from this Pasankusa Ekadasi, which was yesterday, till Utthana Ekadasi. Pasankusa Ekadasi, then Rama Ekadasi, then Utthana Ekadasi. And some people, they calculated from the Sharad Purnima, which is on 7th of this month, to Kartika Purnima. Now, in this month, the various important festivals which come are, like I told you, Pasankusa Ekadasi, which was yesterday, then Sharad Purnima on 7th of October, Bahulashtami on 14th of October, Govardhan Puja on 22nd October, Gopashtami on 30th October, like this, all these, they come. Now, before I talk about the 9 things we should do in the month of Kartika and the 9 things we should not do in the month of Kartika, I just want to tell you the glories of offering a lamp in Kartika month. As you know, as a Vaishnava, we are supposed to offer a lamp to the Supreme Lord Krishna in the month of Kartika. And the glories, they are given in various Puranas, in Skanda Purana, in Padma Purana. Now I'll tell you what is given in this Skanda Purana. In Skanda Purana, Lord Brahma and the sage Narada, they are conversing about this Kartika month. And Lord Brahma is saying, if one offers a lamp during the month of Kartika, his sins of many thousands and millions of births, they perish. Then, even if there are no mantras, no pious deeds, and no purity, everything becomes perfect when a person offers lamp during the month of Kartika. A person who during the month of Kartika offers a lamp to Lord Kesava, he is deemed to have already performed all yajnas, that is the sacrifices. Then the ancestors say, when someone in our family pleases Lord Keshava by offering him a lamp during the month of Kartika, then by the mercy of the Lord who holds the Sudarsana Chakra, his hand we will all attain liberation. That is, all the ancestors of the person who is offering a lamp to the Supreme Lord in the month of Kartika, they will get liberated. And to one who either at home or in a temple offers a lamp during the month of Kartika, the Lord Vasudeva gives a great result. And a person who offers a lamp to Lord Krishna during the month of Damodara becomes very glorious and fortunate. And no sins exist anywhere in the 3 worlds that will not purify by offering a lamp to Lord Kesava during Kartika. And a person who offers a lamp to Lord Damodara during Kartika attains the eternal spiritual world where there is no suffering. And there are many other descriptions given in the various the Puranas. It says that in Narada Purana, it is said that of all gifts, a gift of lamp during the month of Kartika is the best, and no other gift is equal to this. In Padma Purana, it is said that one who offers a steady lamp to Lord Hari during the month of Kartika enjoys pastimes in Lord Hari's spiritual world. And there are many other things. In Bhavishya Purana, it is said that a person who makes the Lord's temple splendid with many lamps during the month of Kartika, and especially during the Ekadasi or the Dwadasi days, becomes glorious like 10,000 suns. Now, I'll tell you something more about this Deepadana, or offering a lamp to the Lord. Now, how it should be offered? You should offer it in the evening or in the morning or any time of the day. That it is not specified which time of the day. And at the end, what you should do, you should offer it to Lord Krishna. Anena Dipadanaksha Karmana Sri Krishna Chandra Priyatam Namaha Sri Krishnam Arpanam Astu. So that everything should be offered to the Supreme Lord. Now, how you should light the lamp? Now, if some, you know the tulasi plant, now when it dries up, if you take a dried tulasi wood, wrap it with cotton and dip it in ghee, and then burn it, and then with that you light the deepa or the lamp you are offering to the Lord. Then what I was telling you in the beginning, the shortcut to the spiritual world, then the Lord becomes so happy that he gives you 60 crore years of residence in his Dhama. And as you know, 60 crore years means it is unlimited. And it means anybody who goes to the spiritual world, he never comes back. That means one attains the spiritual world perpetually. This is what is the effect. And in this connection, this Deepadana, there is a small story in Skanda Purana also. There was a queen in the Surya Bansha, and she used to offer lamps everywhere. She was very fond of offering lamp not only in the month of Kartika but throughout the year in various places. Then once Vivandak Muni, he asked the queen, what is the reason you are offering lamps throughout the year in so many places? Then the queen, she tells the story. She said that in my last life, I was a rat. And what happened one day, a rat or a mouse, and one day what happened, the cat, it went after this queen in her last life, and that is a mouse, and the mouse went to a temple, and the cat followed her. And thereafter, what happened? She climbed the Singhasan of the Lord, and from there she jumped on the deepa, that is the lamp which was burning, which was about to get extinguished. And by doing this, what she did, the lamp brightened. This is the only thing she did. And in that oil, when she fell down, she died. That's what it happened during her last life. Then what happened? She got the position of a person. She became a person born in the Surya Loka, and thereafter she became a queen in the material world. That is what is the thing given in the Purana. Now, please hear what one should do in the month of Kartika. There are 9 things one should do. And at the end, I will tell you 9 things one should not do. First is taking bath. Taking bath in the morning. Morning means before sunrise. But the best is when the stars are there in the sky, that time one should take bath. That means in the Kartika month, generally around say 4:40 to 4:45 in the morning, average, the sunrise is there. That means one has to get up at about 3:30 to 4 o'clock in the morning. Next, the second thing is Guru Seva. Now, we have the photos of our gurus or Pratimas of the Gurus in the temple. That one should do by giving tilaka, by the waking up in the morning, then bathing him, then tilak, then the other Guru Seva, what we do. Then the third is Mangala Seva, that is the Lord should be waken up in the morning, he should rise, then thereafter offer bhoga. And the best thing is to offer bhoga before sunrise, then arti, and then Tulasi Seva. I'll cover Tulasi Seva. There are 9 parts in Tulasi Seva also. Then the next, the fifth is Bhajan. Bhajan means the chanting of the Lord's name, but in the month of Kartika, some Puranas said you should make it 4 times. Suppose you are chanting 25 rounds, then it should be 100 rounds, or at least twice, that is 50 rounds, or at least 10% extra that we should do. And then Damodarashtakam. Damodarashtakam or Radha Kripa Kataksha, like this, they should be recited. Then the seventh thing is Grantha Patha. You should take a vow to read either Chaitanya Charitamrita or Srimad Bhagavatam like this in the whole month, complete that in the whole month. And if Srimad Bhagavatam is not possible, then at least the 10th canto should be finished in 1 month. Then the 8th is Dhama Bas. Dhama Bas means stay in any Dhama, especially in the Vrindavana. Especially the very important is at least 1 night. And when you go to Vrindavan, you do Yamuna Deepdana, offer deep, offer lamp to Yamuna Mata. Then the 9th is Dana. Dana is giving your wealth, and that is money or vastu, a thing, or Annadana. These are the 9 things one should do. And now I will tell you what the 9 things one should do for the Tulasi. Now for the Tulasi, please remember that it is in 3 forms. In the Adi, the Adi Bhautik form, it is a plant which we see. And in the Adi Daivik form, it is in the spiritual world, and her job is to offer prasad to the Supreme Lord. That is the Radha and Krishna. And in the Adhyatmic form, she is the prema or the love of the divine couple. These are the 3 things. Now, what should be done to the Tulasi, the 9 things? Tulasi should be brought to the temple room. Then the bastra, there is a cloth, that is wrapped around the pot in which the plant is there. Then the first thing is utthapana. She should be woken up in the morning by doing pranama. And then second is snana. And the third is offering chandana. Chandana, akshat, and bastra like this. Then the fourth is bhoga. And the fifth is arati. Sixth is Deepadana. Seventh is Bandana. Then eighth is Parikrama, the Tulasi Parikrama. And ninth is Tulasi Arati. Now, here we have to see that when you are offering the lamp, it should be either ghee or til oil. Now in ghee you have to be very, very particular. It has to be from, it has to be pure ghee. Pure ghee means what is called Veda Lakshana cow. And you do not find this quality of ghee everywhere. If you do not find, then the til oil, that is more than sufficient. Then the 9 things which should not be done in the month of Kartika. Now, the first is brahmacharya should not be left out in the month of Kartika. Second, one should not sleep during the day. Now, please remember all these rules are applicable to the healthy persons. If somebody is not well physically or because of age, then some of the rules are may not be followed, like this sleeping during the day. If somebody is a patient, can sleep, others should not sleep. Then third is not eating dal. Dal means that is the what is that? What is not eaten in the month of Kartika? Which dal?
Urad dal, Prabhu. Urad dal.
Urad dal. Yes, urad dal should not be eaten in the month of Kartika. That should be followed. But if it is included in the Chappan Bhog, that can be taken. Then the fourth is one should not apply oil in the body except on the neck on the day of Narak Chaturdasi, on the day in which Narakasura was killed. Then fifth thing, one should not discuss about others. One should control anger, and one should not tell anything which is not truth. These three things, they are very, very important. Then the sixth thing is you do not allow anybody else to take your remnants. What is left out in the plate, that should not be given to anybody in the month of Kartika. And the seventh thing is bhojan tyag. That means if you are taking 4 meals in a day, leave one meal, take three meals. Or if that is not possible, at least leave one favorite item from your food throughout the month. Then the eighth thing, you do not carry out any unnecessary movement to meet people, but dham yatra is permitted. But meeting various people for any reason, that should be restricted in this month. Then the ninth thing is jagaran, that is waking up at night. As you know, in our shastras, they say there are 4 nights on which one should remain awake. One is Janmashtami day. The other 3, they come in the month of Kartika. What are these? The Sharad Purnima, as I said, that is on the 7th of October. Diwali, it is on the 22nd of October. And the Prabodhini Ekadasi, these 3. One should try to wake up at night. And in very brief, these are the various things we should do and we should not do in the month of Kartika. Basically, what should be done? You should increase your chanting at least 10% more throughout the month, and do not commit any aparadha during this month, because in this month, if you do chanting or anything, the punya, that is multiplied by millions of times, and likewise the sins also, they get multiplied. One should be very, very careful about this. That's why we should be very, very careful for not committing any sin during this month of Kartika. Now, I had this much. If you want to ask anything, you can now ask.
Yes, very good, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Maybe if you could type them, those 9 and 9, okay, in our group, that would be great,
Okay,
Prabhu.
okay, okay.
So that
I'll
we
do
will read
that,
multiple
and
times. Yeah. Okay.
I'll do that and circulate in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, Prabhu. Uh, uh, One more point, Prabhu. Okay, one more question, Prabhu. We generally offer lamp with a cotton, with a carton, and then we put it in that ghee and then we offer, right? But what process you explained today is different, Prabhu. You said
No, what
tulsi.
I said, no, what exactly I said, it is the same lamp only with cotton, but how you light it, instead of a matchstick, you should use
Huh.
what I said.
Yeah, right.
That is the
Oh,
only
okay.
difference.
Okay,
So
everything is same. Okay, okay. You should use that other stick. Okay, okay.
yeah,
Yes, yes.
Prabhu,
Understood.
yeah, Prabhuji, on that dham, was that may not be, for everybody. So how you can simulate or do something else?
Okay.
Dham was.
Like Prabhupada has said,
Yeah.
wherever you may be living,
Yeah.
that can be Vrindavan. How? You should think of Vrindavan. You should
Right.
think of a dham and remember that dham. Then wherever you are saying, that becomes that dham.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
And if possible, plan at least one day in Vrindavan in the month of Kartika. That is what is said in very many places. Any other clarification anybody wants?
Yes, Prabhuji, we are there for Govardhan Yatra this Kartik.
Which one?
To Govardhan Yatra with Maharaj. We are there at Govardhan, Prabhuji, in this Kartik Yatra.
No, like this offering of the lamb, not only in the month of Kartika, it can be, rather it should be the 12 months in a year. Like all the things, it is not necessary that it is done only in the month of Kartika. It should be done throughout the year. Then the Lord will be very, very satisfied. And everything we are trying to do is to please Him. And if He is pleased, as I told you, a very simple thing in which He gives dham vas of 60 crore years, that is unlimited number of years, that is permanently, just by doing that thing, small little thing. Like what is given in it will come in the 11th or 12th canto. Suppose you are falling down, you just utter Hare Namaha, name of Hari, all your sins in millions of your lives, they get washed away. These are all the shortcuts one should remember.
Okay, Prabhu, whatever
Any
you
other
mentioned in
question?
Puran. Okay, Prabhu.
Any other question or comment?
Prabhuji, this ghee you mentioned, I think this is a very naive question, but very difficult to get. Whatever we get in supermarket, that's okay. Any special type you recommend?
No. What is given in the Shastra, it should be pure ghee. And like you see what you get in the market, like you get from the market also, you get very pure ghee also, but that is much higher cost. Like normal ghee, which you get for 700-800 rupees per kg here in India, the A2 ghee, what I am talking of, that is about 2000 rupees. And most people do not use that. So if that is so, then till oil can be used, and that is perfectly all right.
Yeah. Well, Prabhu, ISKCON Mandirs has these matchless gift shops over there. I think they are selling for around 2000 rupees,
Yes.
Prabhu.
There you will
Yeah.
find
That
Okay,
is
so if
seriously,
we
Prabhu.
buy from
Seriously, Prabhu.
ISKCON temple, then we can
Yeah,
get
yeah,
it.
that is the best, Prabhu. And if that is
Because
not
I
yeah.
in
Yes,
the market you
there
cannot trust even 2000 they
Yeah,
will give
ISKCON
any.
temple we can trust, Prabhu, because
Yes,
that
yes.
label, everything is mentioned, saying that that is manufactured in Vrindavan, Prabhu. Yeah.
Okay. And then the lighting process you said, that
Yes.
sounds little difficult, Prabhu. The normal matchstick or lighter will not work.
No, normal matchstick you can light, but if you light with what I said, then you are blessed by the Lord to stay in His dham after this life for 60 crore years. Just by doing that once, not throughout the month, only once.
Oh, only once. Okay. Then that's okay.
So that
Prabhu,
is
can
what
you
is the
explain that
importance.
once again? How to light, you said? I thought just the tulsi.
Okay, I'll tell you again. you see the dried wood from a tulasi plant. You take a stick out of that. You wrap the cotton on that. Put ghee and camphor and light it. And with that, you light the lamp. Only this thing, if somebody does once, he gets a residence of 60 crore years in the Lord's Dham.
Understood, bro.
That is
Understood.
given in Skanda Purana.
So is that how we light the stick? We can light with a matchstick, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Then with that we have to light the lamp, is it?
Yes.
Itself is the lamp.
Yes.
Is that itself the
No,
lamp?
that we have to light the lamp with that stick. So the tulsi stick is like you're like
Yes.
burning
Lighter.
making the
It's
lamp.
like a lighter, is it?
It's
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
lighter. Yes.
Tulsi
Yes.
stick.
Yeah. That can be lighted with anything.
But
No,
we should
because
use only Tulasi stick, Prabhu. No other stick. Tulasi stick
Tulsi
we don't
stick, no
have.
other stick. Yes. That
No,
is
but
what is important.
all these years we were doing lighting the lamp. In the lamp which we offered to Yashoda Damodar, we used to put the tulsi.
Yes.
We used to do.
Yes.
I didn't know that you have to just use it like a lighter.
Yes.
Yeah, but I saw many temple our also do.
हाँ प्रभुजी हरि बोल
Yes. You are saying something, Prabhuji?
Yeah, if we keep tulsi stick in the diya with that vati, that we
Yes. It can be used also. But I told you the benefits you get by doing this act only once in your lifetime.
okay. Yeah, Prabhuji, this Kartik month we will try. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's Tulasi stem, whatever is dried up, also very important to retain. We should not throw.
Yes.
Okay, we should use for this kind of purposes. Yeah.
Yes. Any other comment or point on this?
Oh, 80 crore years, Prabhu. 80 crore years.
60 crore years.
60 crore years. Okay.
60 crore years.
Any reference also you send it, Prabhu, in that group.
It is given in the Skanda Purana.
Yeah. So that sloka reference, if you have, you can pass, Prabhu. If you don't have,
No,
also.
that I do not have, but it is
Okay.
confirmed. It is given in the Skanda Purana.
Okay, Prabhu.
And the story I told you of the cat and the mouse, that is also given in the Skanda Purana. So if there are no questions,
Great information, Prabhu, today. Yeah, thank you very much. Great information. First, what we'll do is we'll search this Tulasi stem. Yeah.
Okay, the task I gave you 10:84:11. This verse, where else given in the Srimad Bhagavatam? Total, I said 4 places. In one place, the verse is different, but the meaning is the same. In all other places, the words are almost the same, except one odd word changing. But the meaning is exactly the same. And this is very important verse, one of the most important verses. How the sadhus, they are so important, and how they purify the whole world. Let us see how you find out that. Thank you very much. Now, Prabhuji, can we conclude the class with the Nrsimha prayers?
Yeah, please, go ahead.
Samta Mataji, or who is doing the Nrsimha prayers? Any volunteer?
May I request Archana Mataji to do nursing, please?
Archana Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Pralhadalhadadaine. Pralhadalhadadaine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. शिलाटङ्कानखालये. शिलाटङ्कानखालये. इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह. इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह. यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह. यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह. बहे नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह. बहे नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह. नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये. नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये. तव करकमलवरे नखा अद्भुत शृंगा. दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंगा. केशवद्रिता नरहरिरूपा. जय जगदीश हरे. जय जगदीश हरे. जय जगदीश हरे. जय केशवद्रिता नरहरिरूपा. जय जगदीश हरे. जय जगदीश हरे. जय जगदीश हरे. जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव. नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव. जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज. प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज. जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद. जय जय प्रभुपाद. जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय. भक्तराज प्रहलाद महाराज की जय. assembled devotees की जय. हरे कृष्ण.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you very much for
Thank
the
you.
nice series of classes.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
We made tomorrow for the lesson, that is chapter 84.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat pranam. Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji.
Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, Dandavat pranam. Charu Prabhuji, Dandavat pranam.
Thank you,
Dandavat pranam.
Prabhuji.